Welcome to Saints Gold Bars, FKBs, AA Active Accumulation. Welcome. So, I want to have it first about basically this guy called Crypto, right? Let me just pop this up here. Crypto. Crypto, time to expose this guy here. Crypto. Let me just play a little clip here.
Today for the Bitcoin
and what I want to warn you guys about is that this guy basically makes his money off of people getting liquidated, right? And I don't know what is up with these guys always streaming in without a shirt on. What is that? His buddy Carl the Spoon, Teaspoon I should say, also does this stuff here. Carl the Spoon. Carl. Here we go. Carl the Spoon. See what is up with these guys streaming in their naked upper bodies. No idea. Okay, so Crypto. These guys you have to be very careful for because they basically get money from people getting liquidated. They are making sure their followers copy the trades they do, and the thing is that they make those trades with money from the exchanges or with fake accounts, and then they get money from the exchanges because the exchanges know that a lot of people will copy their trades. Let me just go into it here quickly.
The last shakeout, and if it is, I am not going to open my limit order for Bitcoin. Let's focus on Bitcoin for this video at 49,500, 50,000 US dollars, give or take. No, I want to always make sure that I am involved. And if I get liquidated 1 or 2 times on the way down, so be it.
That's it. So they are telling you that it is a good idea to get liquidated because you can then catch the bottom. But you have to be very careful with these guys because most people, they will play with their whole account or most of their account. They will get liquidated. Then they will get liquidated again. And basically they will get wiped out before the bottom is reached. And it is because of guys like this, Crypto, Carl the Moon, that people get destroyed, their lives get destroyed. So I want to just warn you guys for these kind of people. Okay, so be very careful following guys like Crypto or Carl the Moon. Again, I have seen this time and time again in past bear markets, and every time they are trying to get their followers liquidated because they are getting paid for it. Okay, good. Now let's have a look at what is really happening in the markets real quickly. And let me open up TradingView here. And we are looking for a bottom. However, the price may come down much more than where we are at now. There is a chance that we have bottomed actually because a lot of people got liquidated on that move to 58. Just open this stuff here. Yeah, so where are we now? On the monthly, you can see that it is possible that we are coming lower than this. However, I have done some calculations about how long the bear market usually lasts, and you can see here it took 425 days from the, well, this was even, this took actually a crazy long time. 547 days. Oh no, to find the bottom here, right? We got about 335 days. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So 335. Actually, you could say 365 here. That's crazy. That's actually exactly. So 365 to the bottom. It did come back again though here. So it's 2018. This came all the way back in 2020 again. So it takes about a year, but it can retest it almost 2 years later as well. Okay. We didn't have that last time. We had here in, from here, from the top, this was also 365 days to find the bottom, from the top to the bottom here in 2021. But it is likely that we get a scenario like this in 2020. Because you had 2017 and then 2020, 3 years later, almost 4 years, this got tested again. So it's possible that we actually come lower, and if this structure breaks here around 50K, because a lot of people like crypto are longing here, market longing, getting liquidated. It is possible that if there are enough longs here in this area on market, that we will shoot through and go as low as 25K. And if something wild happens, it could go to even 20K. But that would be the lowest, I think. 20K to 25K would be the most painful, I think. And yeah, so there are many scenarios. It just all depends on where the most liquidity is. And when I hear people like Durpo, Carl the Spoon, when I hear them calling out long, keep longing, keep longing, keep longing, I think it's really possible that we go all the way down to 25K. It's also on the 10-day a good area. On the 10-day, we have, I believe this is the 355. Let me just check this. The 377, yeah. So this orange line is the 377 EMA on the daily. I'm on the daily, right? On the 10-day, sorry. So the 377 on the 10-day. This might get hit. This might get hit this time. That would be a move towards $33,000 with a potential wick below to 25, this area right here. This is very, very possible. So be very careful long in here, and be very careful to not liquidate your account, because the market can go much lower than you think. I think it's either going to bottom here, or we're gonna really melt down. But I don't think the low 50s is a bottoming area, like you see a lot of YouTubers calling out. I think a more likely area is here, the 30, low 30s, with a potential wick to 25K, and this might come on some on some news with the American Iran war, something with that. That's very very possible. So be very careful for that, I would say. Okay, that's it. So be very very careful following these guys like Crypto, Carl the Moon, because most of these people are getting paid by the exchanges to liquidate as many people as possible. Okay. And now let's have a look at how many days we are in here. We are now 265. Yeah, almost 265 days. So we should have at least another 100 days of sideways and down. So there is no reason at all to get into long-term long positions on market without a stop loss. Not at all. There is no reason for this. We still have at least 100 days. So I would say at least 3 months of grinding of the market trying to liquidate as many people as possible and wash people around. And these guys, Crypto, Carl the Moon, they are there to make sure as many people as possible get liquidated. So be very careful following them. And yeah, you can count on it that I will be giving solid advice, real advice. Okay, FKB, it stands for free knowledge bomb. Every month I drop a free knowledge bomb, which will be very easy. Green or red month. I look at the charts and I call out whether it will be a green or red month. And a lot of the times I'm right about this. My FKB or last month was short. The short on the opening of June, and this was enormously successful. Once again, I wrote a short down from 73 all the way to 60k, and I took profit on that. So all these FKBs actually of this year, I had all the FKBs, they were all correct. So you can count on me for giving real advice, solid advice. I am also activating the AA signal, and this is active accumulation because we are in day 265 of the bear market. This means, actually, if I can put it on the daily, let me have it here. Okay. Okay, maybe this is, if I do it like this. Looking at it like this, here we go. We are about 265, 266 days in this bear market. So from this point on, I do start flashing the AA signal, which is active accumulation. We start accumulating. So we are not looking for big shorts at the moment, although it could happen that we absolutely have a complete meltdown here. But at this point, we have to be looking at accumulating coins. So I'm not saying long this right here, right now, but starting to DCA in here does make sense when you are looking at it on the long run. So DCAing in, totally fine. Throwing in a little bit of money that you earn every month from your salary, I think is perfectly fine here. I'm not saying you should trade it long, but or short at the moment. Both are dangerous, but at this point, scaling in some long-term buys, I think very, very interesting to do. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. So see you next time when I have some more information, and I will keep you updated if these big YouTubers are spreading some fake news, right? Some fake advice, because be very careful for that. Okay. Goodbye. Sayonara from Japan. It's very, very hot, humid, rainy in Japan right now. But yeah, soon it will become very, very sunny and very, very hot though. Yes. Anyways, goodbye from Japan, Nagoya City. That's where Saint is from, where Saint is broadcasting from every single week. I'm gonna try to do some weekly videos, and I will update some things about Japan as well. Update some shorts here and there if I find some fun Japanese things to stream about. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Sayonara.